Ladies and gentlemen, Mercy Housing Southeast welcomes you to the power of home. Benefit for Mercy Housing resident services and a salute to affordable housing success stories. To start us off, please welcome Mercy Housing Southeast Board Chair, Mr. Alan Bradford.
Good evening, everyone. Thanks for coming out. It's a little bit of an intimate crowd, which was intentional tonight. We wanted to have focus on quality instead of quantity, so you all have made it a high-quality evening already. I want to thank everybody for showing up. We are thrilled to have everyone here in person and able to look at each other, even whether it's with a mask or when you take it off to have a drink of beer or a slice of pizza or whatever. How's the food? Food okay? Good. Okay. Glad to hear it. I'll take just a minute to get us started. I want to welcome everyone again. Many special guests here tonight, but there's one person I really want to welcome, and that's Mr. Felix Degolian. Felix, he gets embarrassed. And he'll kick me later for doing this, but Felix, longtime board member, former board chair, and we wouldn't let him go, and now he's on our real estate committee again until he can come back on the board. You didn't know that was planned, did you, Felix? Glad to have everyone. We want to, first of all, thank all of our sponsors, and I'm going to make sure I read them so I don't miss anyone. We want to begin with our presenting sponsor, which is Georgia Power. Thank you, Georgia Power. Anyone here from Georgia Power tonight? Haven't seen anyone yet. To our host sponsor, which is Aprio, and also Truist Bank. I know we have folks from both here. Thanks for being here, and for most importantly, sponsoring. In addition, we have Arnold Golden Gregory as a friend sponsor, Long Engineering, First On Site, RFB Contractors, Redstone Equity, and we have a gift in honor of the Sisters of Mercy who founded this organization and a few others across the country 40 years ago. So thanks again to all the sponsors. We appreciate it. I want to do a quick reflection. If you're in work with the sisters and within Catholic services, it's something we typically do. And tonight I wanted to just point us to a scripture that I'm going to pull out on my phone because I don't have it committed to memory. Well, I won't do that. I'll give you the gist. It's Matthew 22, 36 through 40, and you may be familiar with it. And it's when the Sadducees and Pharisees came to Jesus, and they were really testing him, and they were trying to discover what this guy was all about, and really trying to trip him up. And so one of the Pharisees asked Jesus, Lord, what is the most important commandment? And he's referring to the 10 commandments in the Old Testament. And Jesus replied, much to his surprise, the greatest commandments are to love your God with your mind, all your heart, and all your soul, number one. And number two, love your neighbor as yourself. And there's no bigger message or a bigger example of loving your neighbor than what Mercy Housing does and what many of you also do in the room to support Mercy Housing. There's no better way to love your neighbor than to make sure that there's a place that they can go that's safe and secure and at an affordable rate for them to live. That's the beginning of everything. So that's our reflection tonight. We also want to take a few minutes to recognize some of the great work that's been done during the pandemic. Despite all the challenges that we've all had, whether it be staffing shortages, personal loss, supply chain issues. I think the price of lumber has gone up and down enough to make you seasick if you watch the graph over the last 20 months. It's currently down right now, right? Yeah. All those of you that would know. So all those things going on. We've had numerous projects go under construction in the Atlanta market, and we're very proud to be a part of that community that's achieving some of those successes. We've had successes in our properties also that Mercy Housing is a great opportunity to partner with. And we've had many residents, experience a lot of issues during the pandemic, not only loss of job and loss of life, loss of family members, loss of many things. When you look at especially our family properties, what the kids have experienced with their education, having technology issues, having being separated from their friends and their teachers and their normal routine. The education gap that exists is a real thing, and unfortunately it's probably gotten wider over the last 20 months. But Mercy Housing is doing something to try to address those things. There's also been a large food security issue out there in the affordable housing community area, and we've tried to help address that too. And so with that, I want to say again, thank you for being here tonight. And we want to show you a quick video that will show you some of the efforts and successes that the Mercy Housing team, and many of them are here tonight, who have done great things during the pandemic to assist our residents and show you how some of them have been able to not only survive, but thrive in this environment. So please watch with me.
A lot of our services fall into certain categories, whether it's health and wellness, financial stability, housing stability, and then of course our after-school OST program. OST stands for out of school time, so it's just the productive time they have out of school.
Without affordable childcare, many parents it'll be difficult for them to remain employed and stay in the workforce. So one of the hallmarks of out of school time is that it's free and it's on site.
Well, normally the bus pulls up, they'll come to the door, they'll get temperature scanned, make sure that they have masks on. If they don't have masks, we'll provide them with a mask, and then we give them hand sanitizer, start them off right. And then they'll come to our activity room, and then we'll come in as a group, we'll talk. I normally ask them, did you have a good day, did you have a bad day? And I give them each individual chances to tell me, I had a good day because of this, I had a bad day because of this. And then we'll go into homework if they need it. If they don't have homework, then we'll go into enrichment. But it's our IXL program, which is our electronic learning program, or virtual tutoring or in-person tutoring.
So if any new people was to come here, they'll get help of what they're not able to do. And by the time the after school program is over and his summer break, they'll get better at it.
And then our high school students, I mainly help them with college and career.
Our goal for out of school time is college and career readiness. We assist them with SAT and ACT prep. Not only that, but once they complete the ACT and the SAT, and they're getting ready for college, we assist them with, hey, you need to do this to apply for this school, and this is where to go to get financial assistance for your applications. A lot of that stuff, they're just unaware of it. So that's where we come in at.
I would say OST would be a good way to connect with many other kids who willing to, if you need help with your homework, or you need a better understanding of why you need to be in school, then that would be the main reason.
When the pandemic hit, for us, it was all about making sure that the kids had the proper technology. Because at the time in DeKalb County, they didn't offer all the kids laptops. So all the kids didn't have laptops to take home.
I started when COVID happened. And when I heard about I had to do virtual learning, that was even better because I would be on a computer and it wouldn't be as hard as like waking up, going to school, and like using like a pencil to write. It would be easier. But then I found out like it was harder because like my internet connection.
A lot of our residents, they're not in the best position. So to go out and buy a laptop is not an easy task for a lot of people. Or just having good internet service is not an easy task. So like I literally called every resident, every head of household on a property, and then some on other properties as well. And then I have a list of things I would just ask. Like I ask about if they need anything, and then I ask about if their kids need anything. And we had to make sure, okay, do you guys actually have laptops? Like, can we get you laptops, or do you have internet? Let alone laptops, do you have internet services? All right, so got them all laptops, and during that year we offered like a bunch of different activities, whether it's arts and crafts, STEM activities, dance, and all these were virtual. I was just happy that we were able to provide them with something, help them with having resources. Like I said, a lot of people didn't have laptops or access to internet before the pandemic, so I was able to see that need and.
My favorite thing, seeing that, hey, what I've done, what my team has done, has really been a benefit to the people, and has pulled someone out of poverty, and especially with the out of school time. With the out of school time, we have a lot of successes.
A lot of our students made honor roll. We had some students win writing contests virtually.
Doing the tutoring thing, I entered a competition I had to read a book and then write, like they would give me a prompt and I had to write it, and I won it.
My plans are to go to college and pursue my law degree. So I'm very excited about that. I'll be the first generation to go to college and to graduate high school. Yeah.
It just helps me stay focused, and it allows me to just have the help around me at all times. They've been a huge help when it comes to keeping me into school and making me think about school.
Mercy is all about helping people, right? So I think people that come to Mercy are genuine people that genuinely want to make a difference in other people's lives. And that's what we get to do here.
I wouldn't change anything. It's a really good area. It's a really good community. You can always find someone to lean on. You can always find someone to talk to. There's always different opportunities here that you can always do. Just like as the after school program, if you're looking for a job, they definitely will help you find a job. Or if you're an adult and you need to take your GED classes, they definitely have those here as well. So it's a good community.
Here are some of the ways that you can assist. What we want you to do, all of you, take out your cell phones. I need to see you. Take out your cell phones. All right. I want you to text the 4 letters MHSE. M for Mercy, H for Housing, S for South, and E for East, to the number 76278. Very good. Very good. You're going to text MHSE to 76278. If you need assistance, raise your phone and a staff member will come to walk you through the process. If you need assistance, we have staff members who can assist you. All right, looks like everybody's handling it well, Wayne.
It's that post-COVID world we live in.
Right. We figured this out. You can also donate directly on the website, and that address would be mhse.givesmart.com. Again, that is MHSE, this is the website, .givesmart.com. Or you can pick up one of the donation forms at a table near you. Some of you have them at the tables where you are sitting, okay? You can fill it out and hand it to any Mercy Housing staff person in the room, or you can take it with you to use after the event. Your donation will underwrite programs that promote health and wellness, support the academic advancement of students, and create opportunities for adults to become more financially stable.
Indeed. For a gift of just $250, you can help purchase a Chromebook for use in the out-of-school time that you heard about in the video, or career development, and for residents to shop for basic goods and services online. For a gift of just $100, you can help to cover the transportation and fees for 5 young people to participate in a school field trip. Not a school field trip, but an after-school field trip. Or for $50, like Kate Peterson just provided us, and we thank you for that, Kate, you can help to cover 1 month of tutoring for a child overcoming learning loss. I see a lot of parents in here like Sojourner, and she knows all about it when kids, they like little tape recorders, and those tape recorders have been off for the last year and a half. And we're having to reteach our little ones basic services and basic things that they've learned in school. Or for $50, you can help us with that at Mercy Housing. And finally, for just $25, Bill, you can provide a monthly food box for a family or a senior household to improve their food security. What I'm trying to say is there is no gift that's too small. And any amount will help our residents live healthier, more independent lives in a home that is safe and community-oriented. So just to remind you, one more time, you can text MHSE to 76278, and there are staff members that are standing by to help walk you through the process if you need help.
So Wayne just listed a few of the many ways Mercy Housing is creating communities that encourage residents to thrive. I have 2 stories that are heartwarming that I want to share with you. When the news of the pandemic caused us to recognize that residents needed to shelter in place, like many of us, we knew that for many, this would mean food shopping was suddenly risky behavior. We quickly converted our community rooms and other common spaces into food pantries. Shelf-stable food, cleaning supplies, and PPE were stocked, and we began seeking out ways to provide fresh food to supplement those supplies. Since March of 2020, hear this, Mercy Housing has delivered more than 21,000 meals, Wayne, 21,000.
Wow.
Fresh food boxes along with supplies to nearly 2,400 residents. That's amazing.
It is amazing.
One more story I want to share with you. I want to relate another success story that grew out of the challenges of COVID in Lithonia, one of our community properties. A number of residents who lost their jobs due to business closures or slowdowns, as we are aware, they took advantage of the time to become certified forklift operators. Today, they are working in the fast-growing warehouse and supply chain industry. And guess what? They're making more, right, than they made before in the jobs now that are more stable. Mercy Housing proudly paid for that workforce training. Amazing.
That is amazing.
Yes.
I didn't even have to ask for applause. It's for this very reason, and all the reasons that Tia has listed, that I, representing an organization that I hope to lead, another nonprofit called Covenant Health Share Ministries, we're going to donate $2,500 tonight to Mercy Housing to support and undergird the efforts that these great individuals led by James, they go in and do the hard work every single day. And Beth, the check is right here. So you can stop sweating and saying, hey, is Wayne just saying stuff to make it sound better? It's right there, $2,500 from Covenant Health Share, because we believe in exactly what Mercy Housing is doing. It's the nimbleness of this organization that really heartens me. We provide housing, we provide resident services, but when a pandemic arose, we decided to rise to the occasion and provide things like the vaccine, education, and mobilization efforts to get shots in our seniors' arms back earlier in the spring. I watched Selena do that work, and I remain impressed by it today. It's also, look at those kids. I was that kid one day that needed extra help right here in Atlanta. Couldn't afford it, didn't have it. But what can I do today? I can invest in the families of Mercy Housing and in the efforts that are happening. So I appreciate all that you're doing on today, and I hope you continue to give.
And we want to say thank you, Wayne, to Sherry Carney, Sojourner. We appreciate you. Ronit, we thank you all for your gifts. It's such an amazing honor that we have the opportunity to give, right?
Yes.
So we want to thank our audience. We thank all of you who make gifts of any size and in any manner. We truly appreciate it. Keep in mind, there's still time to give. So we want you to join us tonight in support of services for the residents of Mercy Housing Southeast, the seniors, the veterans, the parents, and the children in our communities. They thank you as well. Thank you.
Thank you for letting us be Wayne, Brady, and Oprah today.
Welcome. Thank you for joining the virtual groundbreaking of Thrive Sweet Auburn, where a new foundation is being laid to support Atlanta's future. I'm Margaret Schulke.
I'm Jimmy U. Evans. Margaret and I are the co-CEOs of Project Community Connections Incorporated. PCCI has provided rapid housing and supportive services to our Atlanta neighbors for more than 20 years from our offices at 302 Decatur Street. Now, in partnership with Mercy Housing Southeast, we are excited to announce that construction is beginning on our own unique corner of downtown Atlanta.
Just a few city blocks from Georgia State University, Grady Hospital, and the Martin Luther King Jr. MARTA station, our location offers a remarkable opportunity to add new affordable housing in a community where demand is already so high. Mercy Housing Southeast is one of the most experienced affordable housing providers in the country. They share our vision, and they offer the capacity to build residential units in addition to modern workstations for our staff.
Thrive Sweet Auburn will provide 117 units of affordable housing right downtown. 23 of those units will be reserved for permanent supportive housing for tenants with special needs. Mercy Housing Southeast will operate the residential facilities, and PCCI will continue to work from this location and across the metro region, serving unhoused families, veterans, and people with special healthcare needs, and supporting them in achieving self-sufficiency. A new co-working space will allow us to host partners, and together we will inspire and design housing solutions for the next generation, so homelessness in Atlanta will be rare, brief, and only one time.
Let's hear from some of the leading voices behind Thrive Sweet Auburn now, as we all invite you to thrive with us.
Hello, I'm James Alexander, President of Mercy Housing Southeast. Today, we are proud to join forces with Project Community Connections, Inc. to celebrate the groundbreaking for Thrive Sweet Auburn. For more than 25 years, Mercy Housing has been developing high-quality, service-enriched, affordable housing throughout the Southeast. For Thrive, Mercy is PCCI's development partner, and we are working with PCCI to bring their vision for Thrive Sweet Auburn to life. PCCI, Jimmy U, Margaret, and the board, we are honored to work with y'all. Thrive will include 117 units of much needed affordable housing near downtown Atlanta and a new home for PCCI's vital services. It has been a labor of love for all involved, and this one took a village just to get to the starting line. a village of partners going above and beyond. And I believe people were willing to do that because, one, the bold vision that PCCI set out for this development. Two, the visible need in the community for affordable housing and housing for the homeless. And finally, supportive partners who really put skin in the game throughout. Over the next few minutes, you'll hear from community leaders about why PCCI's new home will help Atlanta meet its goal of becoming a more inclusive city for all. But before we move on, I want to take a moment to thank some of the partners who helped get Thrive to this groundbreaking. Jill Cromartie and Ryan Fleming and the entire Georgia Department of Community Affairs staff, Mercy Housing and Truist, who are investing $2 million in extremely low interest financing, Kit, Brian, and Colin with Truist, who are providing both debt and equity, Erica Headley with the Home Depot Foundation, Catherine Marchman with Partners for Home, Jean Jones and Ricardo Anderson with the Atlanta Housing Authority, Tia Roberson with Wells Fargo Bank, Megan Shannon Vlakovic and Sarah Haas with Enterprise Community Partners and the Funders Collaborative, Alan Ferguson and Vicki Roberts with Invest Atlanta, Katie Crippen with Mercy Housing, who passionately and skillfully shaped and directed this project for over 2 years, Wendy Daniels with Beechwood Residential, and many more. Thank you. Ooh, it really did take a village, as you can see.
Hello, my name is Madeline Archibong, and I am a member of the Atlanta City Council. I congratulate Project Community Connections and Mercy Housing on this important groundbreaking celebration for Thrive Sweet Auburn. As a longtime advocate for solutions to homelessness in Atlanta, I have frequently turned to PCCI for their insightful perspectives and dedicated staff who are able to help clients even in the most desperate of circumstances. PCCI goes about its business without fanfare. Evidence of their success is based on what you don't see. People living in decent, affordable housing across the city and the region. Thrive Sweet Auburn is a project we all need to support. 117 new affordable residences will house families, veterans, and people with special needs in the heart of our city, and close to vital resources like transportation, job training, and high-quality healthcare. At the same time, new offices will allow PCCI to serve unhoused people in their own community, where they can easily access caseworkers and other supportive staff. I am proud to give Thrive Sweet Auburn my full support, and I hope you will join us so Atlanta can continue to thrive. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Matt Piper, Executive Director of Open Hand Atlanta. Our not-for-profit organization has been around for about 33 years now, helping people to live a better quality of life through our nutrition services. From our Midtown kitchen, with the help of about 14,000 volunteers annually, we're cooking, packaging up, and delivering about 5,000 medically tailored meals a day to people throughout Metro Atlanta who need our services. In addition to our meals, we're also providing nutrition counseling and education to help people understand the connection between good health and great food. We recently agreed to partner with Project Community Connections on their expansion plans at Thrive Sweet Auburn. We're so excited about this partnership. We believe Project Community Connection has a great vision. We can't wait to work together to help build a healthier Atlanta. Congratulations on this visionary project. We can't wait to get started.
Give Tia and Wayne a big round of applause for a job well done. And remember that you can still give a gift to Mercy Housing. And now, let's bring back Mercy Housing Southeast President James Alexander.
All right. Hello again. That was a wonderful video, and I think it really highlights the amazing work of Project Community Connections, Inc. and others. And I'll ask Jimmy, when did y'all start thinking about the concept or vision for this development in terms of a year?
We started thinking about it when our 1930s building started to fall apart. And we realized that we needed to do something to change that, and then also the fact that the work that we do as a rapidly housing provider is dependent upon the housing market that's out there in the community. And we all know that housing does not even exist. So as James, I think, has said multiple times this evening, the vision that we embodied was a bold vision. And it was a vision that aligned quite nicely to Mercy Housing Southeast's mission. And quite frankly, no other developer thought that he could actually pull this off. This is my chair of my facilities committee, Rick Ehrman's here, and he has been the spearhead to help us get to this point and providing guidance not only to me but also to our board as it relates to this particular project and this initiative. So I'm just really thankful for Mercy Housing to just believing in this goal, believing in this mission, believing in this project, because it did take a village. There were no other people who stood up or stood out to help us get this vision and make it alive. And now we're proud to say that we are making something that's going to be a great vital part of the Sweet Auburn community. And really, even bigger than that, it's going to create a springboard for other nonprofits to step outside of their comfort zone and look at development as a part of the greater picture of how they can implant change within the community. So thank you, Mercy Housing Southeast. Thank you to the staff and the board for allowing us to partner on this project. Thank you, Kirsten, for managing the project and making sure that things continue to move forward. And thank you, James, for continuing to be a support and a good teacher to a nonprofit that has never done this before and that really needed a little hand holding along the way.
Thank you. Well, we appreciate you and Margaret and your board. It's really been an honor to work with you. And I think it's an example of how difficult these can be and how long it takes for these developments for families who need it to come to fruition. And a couple years ago at our event, one thing that we did was to really celebrate the developments in the Atlanta region that created affordable housing. Because I think this is one story that we just saw, but across the region, there are many of them. And, people working together, coming together to create desperately needed affordable housing. A couple years ago, we had kind of an award ceremony and recognized folks who created affordable housing. This is an unusual year, as you've heard. We're not doing that today. But what we did want to do is highlight some of the development across the region and summarize it. And this is via information from our friends at Invest Atlanta, the Department of Community Affairs, and others. Over 3,600 affordable units were created in the Atlanta region in 2020. As you know, an extremely difficult year for all the reasons we have heard. In 34 different developments that all have stories like the one that Jimmy Yu told about Thrive Sweet Auburn. So folks coming together to really make it work, lenders like Truist, contractors we work with. It really does take a village to get these across the finish line. I think the other thing is just in looking at where these are happening, mostly in the city of Atlanta. And I think that the city has really stepped up over the last couple of years to assist in delivering affordable housing. And I think that there's a lot that can be done in other counties in the region to really welcome affordable housing, especially in areas of opportunities for families where there are strong school districts, services, etc. So what you see in the PowerPoint are examples of affordable housing that has been built by nonprofits, strong nonprofits like National Church Residences, and others who have really worked hard to deliver affordable housing. So we hope to bring this element back to the next event, hopefully during a more normal year. And we'd love to share the conclusions from this analysis from anyone who is interested. Just reach out to us. So thank you very much. This concludes the program. We really appreciate y'all being here, especially the people who came in person and also people who are watching virtually. Good night to the people who are watching virtually. For the people who are here in person, we can stay until 7 before we have to leave, and there are beverages and food still available. Thank you very much.